Hello again. My name is Shavariel, and we're just on some topics just about life and parenting and all that combines in between. So, I wanted to just take a moment to say Black mothers are amazing. Black woman is amazing anyway, but especially Black mothers. Why? Because of this. There is so much done on a daily basis, seen and unseen, that Black women do not get enough praise on. And I didn't have, I didn't understand that looking at my own mom. And I see why she was hurt by me in a few ways when I didn't want to come home from spending the day or the night or the weekend or a week at my aunt's house or my cousin's house. And then it'd be like, man, I don't want to go home. And then give my mom a hard time. And then I grew up. And then had children of my own. Not having children on my own, like not that's not why I'm clapping. That's not why I'm clapping. I'm clapping because I see now. I see now some of what she had to go through, because our lives aren't the same in the sense of what your celebrations are, what your trials are. No person's life is the same as another, but it's some things you do share in challenges. And that's why I'm just like, Black mothers, Black women, Black mothers, okay, get that praise, because there's a lot to be done. And in the midst of having and experiencing bias in the public and other things like racism and genderism and amongst other things. So the reason why I'm making this is because I know what it's like. I know what it's like to walk into a store and you see that store associate see you. You see them and they see you. But when a white woman walks in, they say hello to them, not you. As a woman of color, well, technically we're all shades of color. But as a Black woman, I know what that's like. To go into a store, nobody said hi to me, but you say hi to this woman. And normally she is white. Or you're being followed around the store. And it's just like, look, I know what you're doing. If I need help, I will come find you. Okay? I've already said, no thank you. You said, would you like any help, or do you need any help finding anything? I said, no, thank you. And I'm going my way. I don't need you to follow me around the store, nor hold my things while I continue shopping, okay? Now, some people that say, well, would you like for me to hold your things? Some people say it out of sincerity. They mean it. Like, I see you have a lot in your hands. Why don't you place it here? And then for some people, no, it's not genuine. You're asking to hold my stuff. Why? Because you think I'm going to steal it? Come on now. Come on now. Don't play me. I know why you're asking. Because a person can feel that energy given off by somebody else. So I know what it's like. I know what it's like to have particularly white people. Now, this is not to go off on white people, okay? Because you have good people in the world. But I've had instances where I'm talking to my child and a stranger butt in. And it's like, excuse you, do you want some of this heat? Because I was speaking to my child, not you. And if you know, and if you have children and you're butting into another person's business, particularly when there's no yelling, there's no public scolding between that parent and their child, don't butt in, okay? Don't interrupt what we got going on. This is an A and B conversation, so you see your way out of it. Or if you include it, you're going to get something you hadn't embarked upon. Okay? Now, I've had instances like that. And it's just like, bro, I am not talking to you. Grown man. A grown man. I had, when my baby was a baby, we mean like 2. Well, that's not baby, but that's still your baby. Had a guy snatch mints out of my child's hand and hand it to me. White guy. And I'm like, you know this is a baby, right? And you know children just like to touch. Even though you say don't touch, they touch. They're explorers. And they explore for a long time. I mean, past toddler, past youth, children are children. And you snatch something out of my child's hands, first of all, you see me as a parent, okay? That child is not in the store by themselves. So that's why I speak like that. That's why I speak like that. So I've had those experiences, and like I said, people just butting in or feel the need that they need to indulge themselves into your conversation with your child, and it's like, girl, don't do that. Because I'm speaking to my child, but you coming in this conversation, I'm going to tell my child, hey, pause. Excuse me, lady, I was not speaking to you. Okay? This is between me and my child. And like I said, it's not on nothing foul. There's no yelling. There's no disciplining going on. You're just having a conversation between you and your child. And somebody butts in the conversation. Like, okay. Now imagine this. If a black parent and their child going through the store and you hear, better not touch anything or you getting your butt towed up. It ain't nobody gonna be able to do nothing. More than likely, people's gonna be like, I mean, that's a child. And why are you speaking like that? Versus what I saw. I don't know if she was white, but you know, she wasn't African American. That's what I can tell you. And she was just like, in the beauty store, she was just like telling her daughter. Now, her daughter had to be maybe around 9 or so. And she was just like, yeah, if you touch anything, I'm going to beat your A. And ain't nobody going to be here to stop me. I said, well, I don't see no side looks up in here. But then again, I think it was just us and her daughter. So it wasn't too many people in the store. But even for a store associate, you'd be like, did she just say that? You know? And so you get those bias. If a black woman says it, oh, she's being angry. She's being too hard on her children. White lady said, well, I mean, she told them not to touch anything. And it's just like, that's still not okay to differentiate differentiate, did I say it? The two. The same thing was said, just in a different tone. And if you want to go deep into it, same thing said, different tone, different color of the skin. That's what that is. So, black women, good black women, you are praised, you are celebrated. You do a lot. We do a lot. We do a lot. Get disrespected by our own black men more than what you would expect. And then some people want to say women need to cater to their men, or black women. I hear that. Black women need to cater to their men. And it's just like, if you read the Word of God, that will tell you everything you need to know in the instructions. Because the Word does say dads, not dads, but it say father. Fathers, raise your children, train up your children. And then, you do have other scriptures where it's talk about man and woman, the parents, to raise up their children. And to place a specific role, for it to be a gender-based role, is unfair. And that's pretty sad. It is. It's pretty sad. So you want black women who a lot of the time are left to be single mothers. And to cook. Well, first, go to work, cook, clean, do laundry, groom the kids, raise the kids, nurture the kids, teach the kids, teach herself, grow herself, love her children, make dentist appointments, make medical appointments, make extracurricular activities for the children, soccer, football, basketball, whatever it is, cheerleading, whatever it is, ballerina, whatever it is. And then, after doing all of that, clean a car, clean a house, plant flowers around the house. Iron, wash dishes, sweep up, vacuum, puff pillows, take out the trash. And I say take out the trash because it's some women that do take out the trash. Now, depending on the household, some men do it. Some men do it, or a lot of men do it. I don't know people's households, so I'm just speaking on what I've seen. Prep the food, cook the food, clean after the food is eaten. And it's so much more than that. Clean bathrooms, clean the kitchen. I mean, I said clean, but it's a lot of cleaning to do. Lint roll clothes, steam clothes, iron clothes. That is a lot. And then you want to throw on, but cater to your man, okay? A good man will help the load. And so it would be both of you tackling those responsibilities on a day-to-day basis. I love seeing good men with their babies in the baby strap, or pushing the stroller, or carrying the child. Because as a woman, you carry the child for 9-10 months. The child comes out, you breastfeed, you carry the child and push the stroller and push the shopping cart. You want her to do all of that and then come home, fornicate if you're not married. You want to make love to you, fornicate if you're not married. Wash your dirty drawers as a guy. Cook for you, clean up after you. Straighten up your stuff. Your same stuff that you just like, look, I don't want nobody in this room, okay? But you don't clean it. You don't clean that room. Show me your duster. Show it. Show it to me. Show it to me. Don't want nobody in your room, but you don't dust anything. You don't clean anything. Where's your Windex? Do you wash the windows in here? Probably not. If you're married, your wife probably does it, or maybe you do it as a good man. But I'm talking about to the guys that don't do it. You want her to do all of this and cater to your physical pleasure needs, or keep up the same energy to chase after children, to go to children's extracurricular activities and go to work and all of this stuff, to then put more energy into being with you as a guy. No. It's a lot to do in the physical aspect. And like I said, Black women go through things too. We're women. So you have certain guys in corporate and around the world that look at women like, it's a man's world. What are you doing here as a woman? You still have that. So we're women and Black women looked at as toys to certain guys. Not all men. I won't say not all men. Well, yeah, I can say it, not all men, but because you do have good men out there. But like I said, being viewed as that thing certain guys can pick up, play with, and put it down. Or the whole gorilla comments or monkey comments. And you know, I feel like that monkey comment for Black people, now I haven't researched the history of how that came about, but you know, it dawned on me one day. I was watching, what is it? The Discovery Channel. And I was just watching, you know, the civilizations and all of that stuff in the animal kingdom. And when it got to monkeys and even just within that species, because they're not all monkeys, you know, they have different species, different families of that. And so and what I seen, it was just like aggressive to girl monkeys, the guys, or not the guys, but the male monkeys, or whatever you want to call it. And it was too much for me. I had to turn it off. I was just like, this is too much. Okay, I'm looking at like maybe a dozen of girl monkeys with babies. Where is the man at? Not the man, but where is the male doing all this stuff? And I know it's different because you have the animal kingdom and then you have humans. I know that's different, okay? I know we already know about Simba's pride and all that stuff. It's just one male lion and the rest are female lions, lionesses. We know that, okay? But that's a derogatory term, and it's more than that. I'm just not able to think of the word for it. But that's where I think a part of that came from, is just to say, because we're different, but then to put this image, because the image is not right. We're human. Put that image on that you're just so aggressive. No. We're not the enemy. It's just a certain race made us put the image or depicted an image to, yeah, to depict us as an enemy. We're not enemies. So you go through that, and then you go through what your guy is doing on at home, or your husband or whatever have you, and that's just a lot. You know, that is a lot. That's a lot. Going through menstruation. I hope I said that right. Periods. You know, a woman has a lot to multitask. And then to do that with children, it's, if they don't put a documentary on mothers, well, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. That solves that right there. I'm not gonna wait for nobody to do it. I'm gonna do it. Okay, because it's truly, truly amazing. And to do all that multitasking, especially with children, you're not only, see the people miss this part. You're not having children just to have children. You're having children so that they can carry your family legacy. Now, some people get that part, but remember, your children are individuals, meaning they have their own personality, their own likes, their own dislikes, their own dreams, their own ideals, their own ambitions. And what you as a parent are doing is setting them up for success and stability. To say, here are the right things to do, you stick with those right things, you will be successful. Now, life is not going to be perfect. You're going to have challenges, but here's how you can get through. Okay? I'm reading a book, and I wanted to show this to you all. It's called Thrivers, and this is by Michelle Borba. I hope I really pronounced her name correctly. But it's this book right here. And I hope you were able to see that. I was wanting to cover up some tape that I put there. And I'm reading this so that I can gain more knowledge about parenting. And let me just give you what the title says. It says 7 teachable skills that set happy, healthy, high-performing kids apart. It says Thrivers, the surprising reasons why some kids struggle and others shine. Now, how does this tie into Black women, Black mothers? Well, yeah, because you're both. You're a Black woman and you're a Black mother. It's because raising children, it's a task. And then to remember that, yes, as an adult, you cater to your children and love them as much as you can. We miss the whole part of they have their personality, and we have to find what it is that they're passionate about. So because we go to work, because we go on this routine of going to work, coming home, clean, make sure the kids are fed, make sure we're fed, and all this other stuff, that you forget to engage in activities that will help grow your child's thinking capabilities and within their own spirit, getting confidence, becoming confident, knowing what they like to do. Is it art? Is it singing? Do they like space? Do they like math? Do they like to fish? Do they like fishing? Do they like sports? Do they like books? Do they like spelling bees? All of this stuff is not an overnight thing. This is through growth. And that ties into the Black woman, because you have all this responsibility. Now, granted, I get it. Nobody told you to get on your back. You chose to. Same here. Okay? No shade, no judgment. I did it too. All right? But even when so you got through that part. Now what do? Have to nourish your child. And that's not simple. But it can be done. And what I'm learning in this book, and I encourage you to read it, is some really great things in here. just to remind you of, I have a child who is their own person, not who I want them to be. I'm not putting them in taekwondo and volleyball and basketball and hockey because I need them to preoccupy their time so that they don't have enough time to get into trouble. No. See what the child likes. Of course, as a parent, you have to guide them like, I know you like crocodiles, but it's not going to be safe for you to go and sit next to a crocodile. Okay, that's not what we're doing. Instead, let's go to not a zoo. I don't want to say that, but let's go to an exhibit where we can learn about crocodiles and research it, and I can get you some books, and then maybe we can go on to a different country and see them from a far distant but safe, and then you'll be able to observe them like that. And who knows, you may be able to find a cure for a human disease and from a crocodile, and you go and become a healer or whatever the case is. But it can be done, but that's their interest. Rather than you putting all these hobbies and activities on a child just to keep them busy. No, because some of these children, from what I read in this book, aren't happy that way, and they really don't know what they don't know what they want, because this is what they were told to do, and no, it's not like that. They're their own person. We're just guiding them to be self-loving of themselves and be aware, be alert, and do great in life, succeed in life the right way. So with that, and in reading this, as an adult, you will learn about yourself too. Like, you'd be thinking, man, okay, let me think back to when I was that age. So this is really helpful, even as a Black mother. Okay, any mother, okay, white, black, brown, whatever you want to call it, pink, whatever. It's a guide to balancing everything that you already have and implementing better so that you can have a more stable foundation in the future. Family-wise, you're family-oriented, goal-oriented. You set goals, you meet them, and you make new goals. And it keeps you ambitious. It keeps you learning. And so that's why I say, Black mothers, wow, you all are amazing. We're amazing. I'm a Black mother too. We're amazing to take on this responsibility and to be able to thrive. We want to thrive. We want our children to thrive. We want our families to thrive within our households. And that, to even just say that you have a child and that you're learning a new person, and that person is learning you, that child is learning you too. They don't know you as their parent, but as they grow up, they learn more and more, just like you learn more and more from them. So, and that's why I tell you all not to fornicate, and it's no judgment, believe me, I've done it. But this is why I tell you all, because it goes deeper than just popping out a baby or engaging in an act that may 5 minutes, okay, you go an hour, okay. But this is a lifetime change. Once the baby comes, you're not going to be able to take this baby back. And no amount of money from any person is worth you being a single parent. So choose wisely who you have children with. It goes deeper than parenting. You have to raise this child to be successful and to be right in mind, right in body, right in spirit. You do not want to raise a child who is going to grow up and add more problems to the world. Specifically you, because you're the parent, okay? that child goes to jail or something like that, they calling you mama, mama. Or if you're a single dad, daddy, can you put something on my books? And you just like, can't get right. Can't get right. No, don't call your children that. You don't call your children that. Because you don't want that. Just be like, you need to get it together. No, I'm not coming. I'm not coming. I'm not coming to see you. I know. Now, I told you this before. You make the change. That's it. Cut off. No more allowance. No. Dude. You need to make the change. Because this is not how I raised you. No, don't call me for a few days either. No. All right, you can call me next week. But don't call me right now. No, I'm too upset at you because this is not how I raised you. And you know better. Term is, you know better, you do better. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. A change of heart, though. Ooh, a change of heart. Change of heart and a change of mind in a positive way. Talk about moving mountains. You feel like you can move seas. But the Lord does that, so, had to bring that back on down. But yes, it's in the Word. Faith the size of a mustard seed can move mountains. All right, so that's what I wanted to say. And boy, Black mothers, look, y'all have good Black mothers. Y'all have my respect. We as Black mothers, respect. And to my mom, oh man, I understand. And you know what? I can understand those frustrating times where you hear your child, I don't want to go home. You just like, boy, you better get in here. After you done fed that child and stood up cooking for about an hour with prep time. You don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that. And I wash dishes too. You don't want to hear that. And so now I understand. To my mom, I understand. I understand. And you did it. You did it, Mom. You raised your children. Some parents don't even raise their children. But my mom did. She did. And she did it in love and in the way that she knew how. So, may you all call your moms. I know it's not Mother's Day, but call her anyway. And just say thank you. And if you have two parents who did it together, ooh, you better thank your parents. Ooh, you better thank your parents. And if you didn't have parents, and if it was your grandparents, ooh, you better thank your grandparents for raising you right. Okay? Okay? But, all right, y'all. May you have a good day and enjoy this Saturday. And just in the moment of praising God, giving glory to Jesus. Yes, and our Heavenly Father. Ooh, because because He is so good. He is so good. You no longer need a physical sacrifice every time you sin. Imagine if you needed a sacrifice every time you sin. You'd be out of animals. There would be no more animals. It just wouldn't. It wouldn't. So the fact that He did that for us, you better give God the glory. You better give Lord Jesus the glory. Because we're saved. He sacrificed for us. It's already done. Just have to turn to Him and do His will. And say you love Him. because He loves hearing that. So may you have a great day, whether you're driving in the car, or making business plans, or working on your family as your first ministry in your house before you go to lead others. May you have a good day. Peace, y'all. Bye.